Hi everyone, welcome to the summer session of EDU 370. My name is Megan Keenan and I will be your instructor this semester. So the purpose of this screencast today is to give you a brief overview of the syllabus as well as an idea of what the course will be like. So when you look at the syllabus online, the first thing that you'll notice are the class dates. This class begins on May 6th, excuse me, and ends on June 27th. So as you can tell, that's only 8 weeks to complete this really dense course. And so there's pros and cons to that. The cons may be that there's going to be quite a bit of work, quite a bit of discussion board postings, and it's going to be a really condensed course. We're just going to have to fit a lot into a brief amount of time. But the upside of that is that we'll get through it quickly and we'll be done before the 4th of July, so you'll be able to have some time to enjoy your summer. So, kind of scrolling down, we're not going to be ever meeting at a specific day or time because I know that all of you have different schedules and your schedules are even more up in the air during the summer. And so within each week you're going to have to self-monitor and make sure that you're dedicating enough time to this course. But you'll never be required to be online on D2L in this course at a specific time. With that being said, it is difficult to catch up if you do fall behind, so I really recommend planning your schedule out, making sure that you are committing the appropriate amount of time to get your work in on time. Scrolling down, I would like you to read all of this in more depth, but just for the sake of time and not making you listen to a really long-winded screencast, we'll just keep rolling down to get down to the weekly calendar. And so the way this session is going to work is it's going to be a Monday to Monday work week. So the week will begin on Monday and it will end on Monday. And so what that means for you is that all of your assignments that are due any given week will be due on Monday, the Monday that ends the week. So for example, your first week of class, which begins on the 6th, which is actually Tuesday, so that kind of messes things up a little bit, but it ends on Monday, so you don't need to worry about that. So all of your assignments right here, which include for this week to post an introduction to the D2L discussion board, to sign up for a Google account, and to post a critical evaluation posting to the discussion board, will be due on Monday at 8 a.m. on the 12th. So every week at Monday at 8 a.m. you will have your assignments due. Now that's not to say that you couldn't get them in beforehand. If you know you're going to be out of town for the weekend, go ahead and get those assignments in early so you don't have to rush and do them on Monday morning really early. So scrolling down a little bit more, you'll see some assignment details for the major assignments of this course, and you'll also see how the grading is broken down. Each assignment is worth a certain amount of points. And so we're not going to go into much depth talking about the assignments quite yet. You will have a lot of opportunities to go over these. They are listed here, and they're also listed in the content area. I can show you. So if you were to go to content on D2L, you'd be able to go and look at the weekly assignments. And so for week 1 assignments, for example, you see that we have a personal introduction as an assignment. So you'll want to include in this discussion board, what's your name, where are you from, what discipline and grade level do you hope to teach, a major course goal you have about the class, and a little bit of information about yourself. And also, I'd like you to include an active email that is not a D2L associated email. So if you have like a Gmail account, that would be perfect. And that's just to ensure that I can get in touch with you and you can get in touch with me if for some reason D2L is not working. So that's just for an example, a more in-depth overview of what the week 1 assignment would be like. And as we're going through the session, you'll be able to see each week in more detail. So for example, here's week 2. But moving back. So, see all of our different assignments here. And like I said, I'd like you to go over each one in just a little bit more depth just to give yourself an idea of what will be going on during the course. All right, and so along with each one of those weekly assignments, there will also be a discussion board posting assignment each week, except for week 5. There's a little break there. And so, like we said, this is a Monday to Monday course, but there's several components of the discussion board. And so you'll need to be revisiting the discussion board several times during the week. So, to get started, you will need to first add an original posting to each week's discussion board. And so these original postings will just be responses to prompts that are put in place by myself. And so it'll just be, you're sharing your background knowledge and your perspective on whatever issue is being brought up that week. And so that'll be your original posting. It's important to remember to post those really early in the week, between Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. If you post them later in the week, that won't really give your peers enough time to respond to them and think about them. So make sure that you're posting them Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Thursday at the absolute latest. So after you have your original posting, the second component of this discussion board thing is to reply to 2 of your peers' posts. And so you'll need to wait until your peers have posted, and then once they, start being available for you to read, you'll be able to go ahead and respond to what your peers have said about the topic. So, you can share your perspective, or you can give them a little debate or something else to think about. But the basic gist of it is that you are having a rich discussion about this topic. And so there's an additional component to this, which is a little bit different. And this is kind of a self-evaluation, kind of a way to track your thoughts on each discussion posting of the week. And so you are going to be able to upload a table that actually looks pretty much exactly like this. And so you'll notice that the top bar here says type of posting, text of posting, and date of time of posting. And so what you'll do is you'll have this little box uploaded, and you will have this all the same pretty much. You'll have your original posting, reply to peer, etc. And you will then copy and paste your actual post into this box. And then you'll put your date and time of posting right here. And then you will also add your peer response, and your first peer response and your second peer response, as well as the date and time of those. And so, like I said, the purpose of this is it's metacognitive. It's to give you a chance to reflect on what you've said and the value of it, as well as to be used as an assessment tool for myself. And so the third component of that is that you will then add a 1-paragraph summary of all 3 of your posts, or more if you decide to do more, which will give you that opportunity to have that reflection. And then finally, you'll be able to self-evaluate. Like, how did you do with this post? What out of 10 points, how many points do you think you earned? How critically reflective were you? How thoughtful were you? Did you do any background research? Did you post late or early? And out of 10 points, what do you think that you deserve from your posting? And so that is how our discussion board postings are going to go. And you'll be, should be sure to keep track of these tables. Okay. Moving forward, let's talk briefly about the field placement component for this course. I know that this is probably one of the things you have the most questions about. And so a couple things to start to think about now is that there is a 6-hour field placement component to this course. And so you're going to be spending 6 hours in a school or summer camp or after school program leading a technology-rich instruction with students. So if you're not in Bozeman, it's going to be your job to locate your own venue for this event. And so you might want to go to a school, a camp, or an after-school program, or if you know that there's a museum nearby or some kind of non-academic place of learning that you think would have some technology available. It's going to be basically your job to find a place to volunteer for 6 hours and lead a tech-rich experience for your students. If you are in Bozeman, we'll be able to help you out with that placement, and so you'll have a little advantage there that you won't have to do the legwork in finding a place for you. We will find a placement for you if you are in Bozeman. And so if you're not in Bozeman, it's important for you to kind of hit the ground running and figure out where you're going to get your 6 hours in. However, you won't be doing this 6-hour placement until mid-May, so you'll have a little bit of time to think about it. And more information about that will be coming. I know that a lot of people probably have questions about that, but that information will be coming to you sooner rather than later. So just hold tight for a little bit and we'll get that information to you as soon as we can. Okay. So that was pretty much everything that I wanted to go over for this introduction. I also wanted to let you know that as it is summer and we all have different things going on, I will actually be out of town for the first couple days of this course, but only for about 2 or 3 days. And so if you have any really pressing questions, you can definitely email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I return. But you could also email Nick Lux, who also teaches other sections of this course and is the designer of this course. And so he would be a great resource for you while I am out of town. But if you do have any big issues, just shoot him and me an email so I'm in the loop as to what's going on. So thanks for listening to the screencast, and I am really looking forward to this summer session. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks.